Chhabra. I am Associate Professor in the Department of Education and Educational Management. We're talking about this aspect and would like to interact also since all of us as a part of the system. And I think group working is a very common situation at the workplace. So on this topic, I think all of you will appreciate and agree with me that team plays a very uh, important role in our organizations as well as in our personal lives. Teams are becoming a key tool for organizing work in the today's corporate world when people have to work for the bigger projects because today's world is driven by innovations leading to constant change, and success of any organization depends upon the kind of teams it has, because bigger projects require people to work together. So team building is one of the crucial areas in which the students need to be trained, because when they enter the workforce they have to work with people of different backgrounds, different caste, different age, people with different experiences, coming from different diverse cultural background also. Teamwork is the most sought after skill by the industry. And further, I will say the success of any team that depends on the relationship amongst its team members and their collective efforts. Because it is true, whenever you have to make a team, I think you enjoy and work well with those people with whom you have good compatibility, you have good relations with them. But at the workplace we have all kind of people. Maybe sometimes we do not agree with the person, चाहे वो हमारा friend भी क्यों ना हो, but then there is no escape, we have to work with different people. So जो teamwork skills हैं और interpersonal relationship skills हैं, they are closely related to each other. So because as a person, I think we will all agree that we spend, I think, 7 to 8 hours in our organizations. We spend maximum time with our colleagues. If that relationship is pleasant, I think it helps the individual to be more comfortable in the organization and work peacefully and be more productive. But if there are problems like cutthroat competition है जैसे आजकल, or maybe the jealousy or the backbiting or the criticism, I think the workplace becomes unpleasant due to that atmosphere. So in this session, we will talk about what exactly a team is. वो हमें लगता है कि we 4 people sitting on a table discussing something, or we are working as a team, but actually it is much more than that. Let us see what exactly a team is, and I'll come to what difference is there between the team and the group. Coming to what exactly is a team, see, simply defined, it is a group of individuals all working together for a common purpose, as we find in a sports team. As a definition, I think it looks very simple. Yes, easy to make a team, but I think it is the most difficult to keep the team together and work for longer time due to many reasons. I will come to that. Then what is the difference between the team and group? And teamwork is what? Is this a concept of people, a concept of people working together as a team, or teamwork is the art of collaborating with others effectively. And for example, I will say that you must have enjoyed a circus show in the childhood. The tricks are performed one after the other, and we really enchanted due to that wonderful atmosphere. those risky games and horror generating plays with wild animals. I think the center can switch on their video. I think it feels good to like you are connecting to the participants. I think maybe you can switch on your videos also. I would like to interact with the participants during the presentation. Thank you so much. I can see the name with the Kavita Sharma ma'am. So thank you, ma'am. For I think there's other participant, Dr. Gaurav, and other participant can also switch on their videos. Let's have a feel of that classroom. I should not feel that I am talking to this screen only. I can see participants in front of you. So I was giving an example of a teamwork that you might have enjoyed that circus show in the childhood. You can see the various risky games or the horror genetic plays come even with the wild animals. There is no time lapse, not a single moment is wasted. Even when there is a tremendous change in the setting, like arranging the cages for the lions, it is done in the minimum possible time, and that too with perfection. This is because many people are working for the same thing and they are doing their jobs flawlessly. There is no confusion, there is no disagreement, no hesitation while completing the job. This is possible only because of the perfect team building. All the team members, they complement each other. One more example is in the medical field is that of a complicated surgery. There are the chief doctor, the other assistant doctors, nurses, and even the ward boys. They need to work in complete coordination because a small error in coordination may create a medical emergency. Another example may be like in your engineering area. Let us say the construction of a building. There also the coordination of an architect, interior designer, maybe the contractor, and the mason, the carpenter, the plumber, the electrician, they all have to work in coordination with each other so as to get the desired results. And teamwork, sorry, the teamwork actually is the collective effort of each and every team member to achieve their assigned goal while working in the team. And the team member is someone who is able to get along with his or her colleagues and work together in a cohesive group. See, all the members of the team should understand and appreciate that the performance of the team is important and everyone has to contribute wholeheartedly to that. That is the definition of a team player. Personal interest must take a backseat. I think if you remember, we usually use the term team for the sports team. I think the recently match which we had seen where the Virat Kohli and I think Hardik Pandya was playing, or maybe some other player, I may not be remember. I think it is series with the South Africa where the Virat Kohli was playing at 49, and the on the other side the batting was on to the towards the other player. But then he simply said, "No, you keep on hitting. I don't need my turn because at this point of time, the score of the team is more important than the score of an individual." So there is no I in the team work. Every individual must think of his team first, and personal interest must take a back seat. In a team, everyone has to work equally for the maximum output. Similarly, organizations, maybe we have sales team, we have administration team, we have human resources team, we have operations team, and so on. And all the members of the various teams would have to work together to achieve the targets and generate revenues for the organization. So every team member has a specific role to play in accomplish the various tasks in the job. So based on this, let's understand the more about what exactly is a team. Sorry. To understand it further, the importance of the team. Let's go through this real life situation which I have projected in front of you. You can read this real life situation, and at the end, there is a question which I would like you to answer. So, can you read this PowerPoint which is projected in front of you, or should I read it for you? Yes, please. Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am. We are.
Not readable.
No, ma'am. इसको play
Okay.
करो. मैम, आप अपनी स्क्रीन फुल कर दो. फुल कर दीजिए. फुल स्क्रीन कीजिए. फुल स्क्रीन कर दीजिए.
I think from my side, I have the full screen with you. Reading view पे किया हुआ है मैंने.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Should I read?
Is it readable now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, please read this situation, and let's find out the answer to the question given at the end. Anybody?
John was working as a key accounts head with a leading advertising firm. He had 4 members reporting to him. Unfortunately, he always underestimated his team members and fought with them constantly. He could never trust them and always thought they were incapable of doing good work. One day, he got some major assignment from one of his clients, which was to be submitted within 2 working days. He decided to do it all alone, as he thought nobody else could do it apart from him. John could never submit his assignment on the required date and received good criticism from his superiors. His organization also lost one of their major and prestigious clients. Why do you think John failed? Why could he not complete his assignment on time?
Yes, please. Any one of you. There we can understand what are those factors which differentiate between a group and a team also. Why do you think that Johan had failed? Why he could not complete his assignment on time?
Because he is
This is
not.
also sometimes happen when we have many works simultaneously to handle. In addition to our teaching, we also depend on people. So, what are those factors that we are not able to really make a good team amongst the members?
Because Namaste, ma'am. Because he is not relying on his team members. And
Sorry, sorry,
yes,
sorry, I couldn't hear you, ma'am.
hello. Namaste, ma'am. Can I am
Yes,
audible?
yes, yes, please.
Because he is not rely on his team members and their capabilities.
Yes, true, ma'am, true. Anybody like to supplement further? Yes, please.
If you rely on his team.
A big task cannot be performed by a single person
Mhm.
because the task require different type of experiences and like that.
Yes, 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 please.
He was not distributed work properly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, anybody else?
John thought that he can do work all his alone. He thought he has the capability to do all the things by alone. He did not believe on others' capability.
Okay, yes. I think very true. Many people have responded well. I think this is very important, which we can see from this real life situation. And this exactly what happens at our workplaces also when we make a team and when we have to work for the longer time for the project. So here comes the importance of a team. Had Johan taken the help of his team members, he would have definitely finished his assignment on time, and everyone should have appreciated him, because an individual cannot perform all the tasks on his own. He needs the support as well as guidance to others, uh, to be excellent in whatever he does. Complex goals, bigger goals can easily be accomplished if individuals work together as a team. See this visual. I think this will make you more clear. We are not a team because we work together. We are a team because we respect, we trust, and also we care for each other. That is why initially I said there is a difference between a team and a group. Team is not equal to a group. Not all the groups in any organization are a team, but all the teams are certainly the groups. So, to define the team, I think it is more helpful to understand what exactly a team is not. It is not a collection of individuals who happen to have the same workplace. It is not the collection of individuals who happen to have the same director or the same manager. It is not the collection of individuals who do the same job in the same department. So from this, anybody would like to tell then what is the difference between the team and a group? Yes, please. Then what is the difference between the team and the group?
Group is a number of members in the group.
Okay, one is number.
Where they are
No, but
respecting
how can you differentiate it on the number?
number of
टीम
people are
में टीम में भी 5 मेंबर्स हो सकते हैं, ग्रुप में भी 5 मेंबर्स हो सकते हैं, टीम में 7 हो सकते हैं, ग्रुप में
yes,
7. सॉरी.
दोनों में सेम हो सकते हैं,
हाँ
but
हाँ
in the team
हाँ हाँ.
they respect each other, they know capability of each other, they care
Okay.
for each other. Where in the group,
Yeah.
it's a simple group,
Mm-hmm.
no relation between the
Uh,
two members, they don't know about each other.
mm-hmm. Yes, please.
नमस्ते मैडम।
Yes,
टीम का
please. Namaste.
गोल होता है, टीम का एक गोल अवश्य होता है, ग्रुप का जरूरी नहीं है गोल हो। लक्ष्य।
Goal. Okay. I think above that, in addition to those, I think the most important, we are a team. When I said the respect for each other, the respect for each other's opinion, also trust between the members, and also the care, I means the helping attitude towards each other. I think those parameters are more important to help us to make a better team. I'll come further to that also. So this is the difference between the team and the group.
मैडम
जब आप एक cohesive टीम बनते हैं, yes please, sorry.
मैडम एक मैथमेटिकल डेफिनेशन है टीम एंड ग्रुप का।
Uh-huh.
टीम इज द सबसेट ऑफ ग्रुप।
Team is the subset of the group.
Yeah, group is an, I mean team in broad sense is known as group,
Okay.
because team is totally I mean it is dedicated to particular work,
Uh-huh.
but it might not be there that the group may be dedicated to a personal proper work.
Yes, team is dedicated to a common predefined goal, common predefined objectives, where each and every person of the group is responsible for the failure, for the success of the project. Everybody has its belongingness. They own the project. Their responsibility and their roles are clear in this. That is why you see that there is a participative decision making is there. एक तो होता है नॉर्मल, जो हमें लगता है कि व्हेन वी आर वर्किंग इन अ ग्रुप, जो नॉर्मली डे टू डे लाइफ सिचुएशन में होता है, देयर इज अ लीडर एंड पीपल आर वर्किंग अंडर him, but normally we see that all the subordinates, they are just supposed to follow what the leader wants them to do. All the members, they do not contribute their ideas, their views regarding the decisions to be made. overall it creates an impression that team is working, but actually there are many limitations to it. When it comes to a group, decisions are made and work is only distributed by the boss. But in the team, it is a participative decision making. People participate starting from the planning towards the outcome of the project. The decisions are made by the whole team, and work and responsibilities are divided by the team according to the interest, according to the specialization of the person, so that he or she can contribute effectively. When it comes to communication, in the group, I will again say communication is one way from the boss to the members, and but in the team, it is free among all the members. The discussions are made an open platform where everybody is free to give or his or her opinions. I think this is one of the major prerequisite, I will say, in forming a good team. In a group, members are supposed to work only as per the instructions given by the authority, but in the team, however, everyone has to take an initiative and help even in the planning. Trust and creativity. Group में क्या होता है कि loyalty is of utmost value. Those who are loyal to the boss, they get rewards and benefits. But on the contrary, in the team, trust and creativity are valued. Here, the personal relations with the boss, they are kept aside. Personal develop in a group, people become more defensive when an objective evaluation of their work is done. But in the team, it is well understood that such an evaluation is essential for the improvement in the performance. They take the feedback given by the other team members or by the leader in a positive spirit. They take it as a positive criticism, and the conflicts are resolved amicably when we understand each other while working in a team. In a group, controversial issues and disputes होते हैं, they are suppressed, but in a team they are managed properly, because those issues are discussed openly and appropriate feedback is given to everyone, because here everyone understands that goal is the self improvement and the improvement of the atmosphere in the team. Commitment and cooperation. There is more commitment and cooperation while working in the team. Everybody is accountable for his or her roles and responsibilities given to them, and they cooperate with each other. In the group, there is no clear leadership, but in the team there is a clear leader. In the group, the boss is interested only in getting the work done. When the work is for the only for the organizational growth, but in an individual's welfare or achievements, they are neglected. But when we are working in a team, the leader or the other team members, they are also involved in the work and the progress of each and every member. So these are some of the differences which differentiate between the team and the group. The next important question is why we should be a team. As you can see, the word team itself, that is TEAM, together everyone achieves more. It is said two brains are always better than one, because a single brain sometimes cannot take all the critical decisions alone. That is why a team is formed where the team members contribute equally and making the task easy, because everyone is different and unique. Everyone has his own strengths and limitations. As we say, fish cannot run in the jungle and the lion cannot be king in the water. Therefore, importance should be given to each and everyone. Everyone is different and unique. The aim is to bring out the best of everyone in the team to ensure self development, positive communication, leadership skills, and the ability to work together as a team to solve the problems. I think the next visual will again make you clear that why we need to be a team. Every member in the team has the times when they need support of each other, because it is quite rare not to work alongside with someone else, both maybe in your personal life or professional life. In the personal life also, let us say for you have a small function in your house or at workplace, you have to organize the events like sports activities, or you have to organize the cultural function, or you have to carry out certain research projects. So you will have to make a team. Every employee is dependent on his or her fellow employees to work together and contribute efficiently. No employee can work alone. And moreover, I think the importance of the teamwork also helps you with the social part of working, making friends at the workplace when we are working alongside with each other. By joining with others, I think you are socializing, you are opening yourself up, which could lead to a valuable network of contacts as well as friendships with the people you simply enjoy spending time with, which is really needed for your emotional as well as mental well-being. So the person having good social support system is less prone to stress and anxiety. So I think this will make you further clear. I'm sure by now you are totally convinced about the importance of the teamwork. But if you would like to see some more benefits, I will share small video with you on teamwork that will give you a yet another perspective. Just enjoy the video that is for about, I think, 6 to 7 minutes. Then we will discuss more about this. So the video is on the story of hare and tortoise. I think all of you must have read that story in your childhood, खरगोश और कछुए की कहानी.
जी मैम.
तो कहाँ तक सुनी हुई है वो कहानी? Can anybody tell me? Any participant? Yes, please. कछुए और खरगोश की क्या कहानी थी?
कछुआ जीत गया एक बार. अभी आगे भी है.
कछुआ
मैम
जीत
आगे पता है आपको.
हाँ, दैट स्मॉल स्टोरी कि दोनों एक रेस लगाते हैं जहाँ पे कि टॉर्टवाइज गोज वेयर रन्स वेरी स्लोली एंड दैट रैबिट वाज वेरी फास्ट. तो उसको लगा खरगोश तो बहुत पीछे, सॉरी कछुआ तो बहुत पीछे रह गया है, सो लेट मी टेक सम रेस्ट अंडर द ट्री. तो जीतना तो मैंने ही है. एनी हाउ, let us see further the extension of this story, then I will come back to you. Just please give me a minute. I will share that story. Can you see the video, please?
Yes ma'am.
Okay.
बिग आइडियाज चैनल को और बेल आइकन दबाइए लाइफ चेंजिंग वीडियो सबसे पहले देखने के लिए. हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम देखेंगे कि टीम वर्क की इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है और किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में टीम बनकर काम करना जरूरी है. आपने बचपन में वो कहानी पढ़ी होगी जिसमें एक कछुए और खरगोश में बहस छिड़ जाती है कौन ज्यादा फास्ट है और दोनों रेस लगा लेते हैं. खरगोश रेस शुरू होते ही बहुत आगे निकल जाता है और कछुआ बहुत पीछे देख पेड़ के नीचे थोड़ी देर के लिए सो जाता है. जब खरगोश सो रहा होता है कछुआ पीछे से आकर आगे निकल जाता है. जागता है तो उसे रियलाइज होता है कि वो हार चुका है. इस कहानी से हमने ये सीखा था कि स्लो एंड स्टेडी विंस द रेस. लेकिन कोई नहीं जानता कि उसके बाद क्या हुआ. तो आइए देखते हैं कि खरगोश और कछुए के बीच उस रेस के बाद क्या हुआ. खरगोश रेस हारने के बाद बहुत ही मायूस हो गया. उसे एहसास हो गया कि अगर वो ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट ना होता और रेस को इजी ना लेता तो कछुआ उसे किसी भी तरह हरा नहीं सकता था. उसने कछुए को एक और रेस के लिए चैलेंज किया जिसके लिए कछुआ मान गया. रेस शुरू हुई और इस बार खरगोश ने गलती नहीं की और फुल स्पीड में दौड़ते हुए लाइन तक पहुंच गया और रेस जीत. कछुआ बहुत पीछे रह गया और हार गया. इस स्टोरी से हमने ये सीखा कि फास्ट और कंसिस्टेंट हमेशा स्लो और स्टेडी को हरा देगा. अगर आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में दो लोग हैं, एक बंदा है जो थोड़ा स्लो है, सिस्टमैटिक है और रिलायबल भी है, लेकिन एक दूसरा बंदा भी है फास्ट है और रिलायबल है. याद रखिए, फास्ट वाला बंदा है वही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में स्लो वाले बंदे से आगे बढ़ेगा. स्लो और स्टेडी होना अच्छी बात है, लेकिन फास्ट और रिलायबल होना ज्यादा अच्छी बात है. लेकिन हमारे खरगोश और कछुए वाली स्टोरी यही खत्म नहीं होती। आइए देखते हैं कि आगे क्या हुआ। अब क्योंकि कछुआ हार चुका था, उसने भी अपना दिमाग दौड़ाया और उसे भी ये बात समझ में आ गई कि जिस ट्रैक पर रेस लगी थी उस ट्रैक पर अब वो खरगोश को कभी हरा नहीं पाएगा, क्योंकि कितना भी कर लो वो खरगोश से सुई है। उसके दिमाग में एक आइडिया आया और उसने फिर से खरगोश को रेस के लिए चैलेंज किया, लेकिन इस बार उसने ये शर्त रखी कि रेस का रास्ता रेस का खुद डिसाइड करेगा। खरगोश मान गया। रेस जीतने के लिए एक छोटे से जंगल से गुजरते हुए एक पहाड़ तक पहुंचना था, जहां आज से पहले खरगोश कभी नहीं गया था। रेस शुरू हो गई। जैसे कि खरगोश ने डिसाइड किया था, वो फुल स्पीड से आगे निकल गया, लेकिन रास्ते में उसे एक बहुत बड़ी नदी मिल गई। खरगोश परेशान हो गया क्योंकि उसे तैरना नहीं आता था और परेशान होकर वहीं बैठ गया। थोड़ी ही देर में कछुआ भी वहां पहुंच गया और नदी में कूद गया और तैरते हुए नदी पार कर ली, पहाड़ की तरफ चल दिया और रेस जीत गया। अब इस कहानी से हमने ये सीखा कि पहले अपनी स्किल्स और एबिलिटीज को जान लें और फिर उसके हिसाब से अपना प्ले फील्ड डिसाइड करें। यानी दूसरे शब्दों में, जिस काम में आप अच्छे हो वैसे काम ज्यादा से ज्यादा करने की कोशिश करें। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम करते हो और आप अच्छे स्पीकर हो तो कोशिश करो ऐसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज पैदा करने की जिसमें आपको प्रेजेंटेशन देने का मौका मिले, ताकि मैनेजमेंट के लोग आपको नोटिस कर सकें। अगर आप एनालिसिस करने में अच्छे हो, अच्छे से रिसर्च कीजिए, अच्छे से रिपोर्ट बनाइए और मैनेजमेंट को भेजिए, इससे भी आप हाईलाइट करें। अगर आप अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स के हिसाब से काम करोगे तो इससे न सिर्फ लोग आपको नोटिस करेंगे, बल्कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी आगे जाने के आपके चांसेस भी बढ़ेंगे। लेकिन हमारे खरगोश और कछुए वाली स्टोरी अभी खत्म नहीं हुई। एक आखिरी चीज बाकी थी। अब तक खरगोश और कछुआ अच्छे दोस्त बन गए थे और इस बार उन्होंने साथ मिलकर ये सोचा और रियलाइज किया कि जो रेस उन्होंने पिछली बार यानी कि जो रेस पहाड़ तक लगाई थी, वो रेस और भी अच्छी और मजेदार हो सकती थी। इसलिए उन दोनों ने सेम ट्रैक पर फिर से रेस लगाई, लेकिन इस बार अलग अलग नहीं बल्कि एक टीम बनकर। रेस शुरू हुई। खरगोश ने कछुए को अपनी पीठ पर बिठाया और दौड़ना शुरू किया। वो लोग नदी तक पहुंचे। अब कछुए ने खरगोश को अपनी पीठ पर बिठाया और नदी पार की। नदी पार होने के बाद फिर खरगोश ने कछुए को अपनी पीठ पर बिठाया और फिर से दौड़ना शुरू किया। इस तरह वो दोनों एक साथ फिनिशिंग लाइन तक पहुंच गए। इस बार दोनों को इस जीत में जितना मजा आया, सेटिस्फेक्शन मिला, वो उन्हें पिछली रेसों में नहीं मिला था। इस स्टोरी से हमने ये सीखा कि अगर आप ब्रिलियंट हो और आपके पास स्किल्स भी है तो अच्छी बात है, लेकिन जब तक आप एक टीम बनकर दूसरों के साथ काम करने की बजाय सिर्फ उनसे कंपटीशन ही करने में लगे रहोगे, आप हमेशा थोड़ा बहुत तो पीछे रह ही जाओगे। क्योंकि कुछ तो सिचुएशन बनेगी जहां आपको कुछ नहीं जमेगा और कोई और वो काम कर लेगा। इसलिए गाइस, टीम बनकर काम करो, टीम बनकर रहो, क्योंकि जब आप एक टीम में होते हो तब आपको एक दूसरे की स्ट्रेंथ्स और वीकनेस का पता होता है। इसका पहला फायदा तो ये होता है कि आप किसी भी बड़े काम को टीम मेंबर्स की स्ट्रेंथ्स के अकॉर्डिंगली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, जिसकी वजह से वो काम सही टाइम पर और सक्सेसफुली कंप्लीट हो जाता है। अगर किसी प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन निकालना हो तब एक इंडिविजुअल बंदा कभी ना कभी किसी ना किसी जगह अटक ही जाता है, लेकिन जब उसका सोल्यूशन निकालने के लिए एक टीम बैठती है तब एक साथ बहुत सारे दिमाग काम करते हैं और किसी न किसी तरह उस प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन निकाल ही लेते हैं। और फाइनली सपोर्ट, जी हाँ, सपोर्ट। जब आप एक टीम में काम करते हो तब आप एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करते हो। कोई किसी प्रॉब्लम में अटक जाता है तो आप उसकी हेल्प कर देते हो, और जब आप किसी प्रॉब्लम में अटक जाते हो तो वो आपकी हेल्प कर देता है। इतना ही नहीं, एक साथ मिलकर काम करने से एक दूसरे का नॉलेज शेयर होता है, जिसकी वजह से आपका और सामने वाले का भी प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट होता है। जी हाँ, प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट। ये बॉन्ड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। अगर आपकी ग्रुप में से या आपकी टीम में से अनफॉर्चुनेटली कोई मेंबर जॉब छोड़ देता है, तब भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की प्रोडक्टिविटी और कामकाज पर असर नहीं पड़ता। अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो लाइक जरूर कीजिए। अगर आप इस चैनल पे नए हैं,
Yes, please. What is the moral of the story now? How did you like the video?
Teamwork जिंदाबाद।
ये बात Yes. Just a minute. I'll share my PPT also with you. Yes, friends. What is the moral of the story now? अर्लियर हमने वहां तक स्टोरी सुना था, उसके अब हमने देखा कि एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द स्टोरी। यस प्लीज, एनीबॉडी वुड लाइक टू से? टीम वर्क जिंदाबाद तो हो गया हमारा। यस प्लीज।
Identify your skills. Identify your skill set.
For getting the success, teamwork must be there.
Yes. See, I think the major जो takeaway from this story is कि अपनी core competencies में स्ट्रॉन्ग और ब्रिलियंट होना बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन अनलेस अंटिल वी आर नॉट एबल टू कनेक्ट विद ईच अदर, जब तक हम अपनी टीम के साथ काम करने और अपनी कॉम्पिटेंसी को दूसरे की कॉम्पिटेंसी के साथ कनेक्ट करने के योग्य नहीं हैं, तो कभी भी हमारी जो परफॉर्मेंस खराब हो सकती है, क्योंकि लाइफ में ऐसी सिचुएशंस कभी भी आ सकती हैं शायद जहां पे हम उतना अच्छा नहीं कर सकते जितना कि कोई दूसरा। जैसे कि खरगोश और कछुए के रास्ते में भी अप्स एंड डाउन्स आए, जहां पे खरगोश नहीं चल सकता था या जहां पे कछुआ नहीं जा सकता था। और अनदर आई विल से कि अनदर टेक अवे इज कि जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज इसमें है कि खरगोश और कछुए ने कभी भी हार नहीं मानी। जब खरगोश हारा तो उसने ज्यादा मेहनत की, ज्यादा हार्डवर्क किया और रेस जीती। और जब कछुआ हारा तो उसे लगा कि अगर मैं इस रास्ते पे ही चलता रहा तो मैं कभी भी जीत नहीं पाऊंगा, तो उसने कहीं ना कहीं अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी में चेंज किया, अपनी रास्ते को बदला। वो कहते हैं ना कि इरादे मत बदलो, रास्ता बदलो। तो उसने कहीं ना कहीं अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी में बदलाव किया, क्योंकि वो तो उतने ही हार्डवर्क पहले से कर रहा था जितना कि वो कर सकता था। तो आई थिंक लाइफ में हमें भी यही करना चाहिए, जब कभी किसी फेल्योर का सामना हो, अगली बार ज्यादा हार्डवर्क करिएगा, ज्यादा मेहनत करें, और जब महसूस हो कि भरपूर मेहनत करने के बाद भी सफलता नहीं मिल रही है, तो कहीं ना कहीं अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी बदल दीजिए और फिर जी जान से आई थिंक आप अगर उसमें मेहनत करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली विल बी सक्सेसफुल। तो जो ये सिनर्जी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स है ना, विच इज सेड इज 2 + 2 इज नॉट 4, इट इज 5। So synergy of individual is a very powerful and a strong instrument. So don't go by the idea कि working alone brings glory. Working alone may help your ego sometimes, however will not necessarily make you a regular winner. So I thought कि importance of the team के बारे में I would like to share this video with you.
करना चाहती हूँ मैम।
हाँ जी,
पुरानी कहावत है, अकेला चना भार नहीं फोड़ सकता। बचपन में पढ़ी थी हमने ये भी।
okay, the full story. I think वहीं तक पढ़ी थी, slow and steady wins the race.
कहावत है पुरानी, अकेला चना भार नहीं फोड़ सकता।
True, ma'am. Very true, ma'am. Very true.
एक एसटीसी जो स्टार्ट मैंने करी थी स्टार्ट में, तो मैं अपना खुद का एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहती हूँ इस पूरे एसटीसी के दौरान।
Yes,
जब
ma'am.
मैंने पहले सुनील दत्त सर से जब बात की थी, आई वाज ओनली अलोन एंड आई वाज थिंकिंग हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल। देन धीरे 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 मेरे साथ में मेरे पूरा डिपार्टमेंट आया एंड आई एम नॉट अलोन नाउ। Now I am saying the CSC department is organizing this and very successfully it is happening today.
Yes, true, ma'am. I think जैसे आपने ये रिमोट सेंटर भी जोड़ा है, maybe it's a small activity that you are organizing a training program in your institution. तो जो coordinator of this training program है, he or she has to take the help of other team members, maybe the technical coordinator who has to provide these facilities, or maybe some other arrangements. I think it is very common that we have to work in a team in our institutions. चाहे आपको कुछ भी ऑर्गेनाइज करना हो, कोई विजिटर आ रहा हो हमारे वहाँ पे, इंपॉर्टेंट वीआईपी आ रहा है, उसकी विजिट ऑर्गेनाइज करनी है, वी हैव टू मेक अ टीम। जैसे मैंने पहले भी एग्जांपल दिया, वी हैव टू ऑर्गेनाइज द स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज, वी हैव टू ऑर्गेनाइज द कल्चरल फंक्शन एट आवर इंस्टीट्यूट। आई थिंक in one way or the other we are dependent on each other. We have to take help from each other because one person alone cannot do all the work. अगर हम वो करने की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले लेंगे, आई थिंक वी विल नेवर बी एबल टू फिनिश आवर असाइनमेंट इन टाइम, लाइक दैट जॉन फेल्ड इन आवर दैट फर्स्ट स्लाइड में स्टोरी में जो था, वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू गेट द रिजल्ट्स व्हिच वी वांट इन आवर लाइफ. So after being familiar with what exactly a team is, what is the importance of the team, let me come to the next aspect is the team building. टीम बिल्डिंग, जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा कि हमें डे टू डे लाइफ सिचुएशन में लगता है कि वी आर वर्किंग एज अ टीम, but actually it is not that. Team building is the process of establishing and developing a greater sense of collaboration and trust between the members. Team building जो है, it is not an event, it is a process. It involves a wide range of management techniques and activities designed for improving the team performance. Or when we talk of a corporate sector where we have our students have to go and work there, they are the kind of teams. I can give you an example. जो हमारा इसरो का एक जो मंगल मिशन था, I think there, if I am correct, hundreds of people were working together for years to achieve that mission. So that kind of team. तो जैसे पहले भी कहा कि it is very easy to make a team, but keeping the people together for a longer time to achieve this success is much more difficult. So in this process, I will say that individuals brought together simply to work on a project does not automatically they become a team the day the project begins. कोई पहले ही दिन से जब हम 4 या 6 लोगों की टीम बनाते हैं to work on a project, it does not become a team when they start the work. It takes time. It takes energy to transform that group of people to a team. So the individuals I think likely come from varied backgrounds. Maybe आपके workplace पे भी होगा. They may have different reasons for being involved in the project. They may represent different levels, means positions from various departments within the organization. Maybe there may be cultural, social diversity among the team members, because that also influence our thinking process. जो हमारा अपना biased way of thinking होता है, that is why while working in a team we are not able to trust each other और दूसरे की opinion को respect नहीं करते, because somewhere we are biased with our own thinking because of our cultural background. So it may take time for them to get to know and understand each other. So in many projects, people who never work together are assigned to the same project team maybe. So this group of individuals have to develop into an effective team to achieve the project objectives successfully. So typically कोई भी team जो हम बनाते हैं, that progress through these 4 stages which I have written in this slide, on their way to becoming a cohesive and the productive team. And those stages are forming, storming, norming and performing. So I will briefly explain you exactly what does that mean. कि जो सबसे पहली स्टेज की हम बात करते हैं, और आई विल से थ्योरेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट देने की बजाय आई विल से कि जो ये हम 4 स्टेजेस ऑफ टीम बिल्डिंग की बात कर रहे हैं, you can relate it to like let us say a personal relationship between 2 people which takes time to develop. Initially क्या होता है, you may be very curious about each other, but little apprehensive also about opening yourself up to the other person. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि एक ही दिन हम मिले और एक दूसरे से हम open up हो जाते हैं, but gradually as you get to know each other a little more, you may begin to notice differences in your attitudes, differences in your values, and then the disagreements arise. You may be anxious about whether the relationship should or should not continue. But as you work through those differences, you may get to know each other better and then become friends. And finally, you may develop a close relationship that helps you to be open with each other, accept each other's differences, and enjoy participating together in the activities that are of mutual interest. So likewise, जैसे हमने देखा कि एक पर्सनल रिलेशनशिप भी किस तरह से ग्रेजुअली फॉर्म होता है, सिमिलरली जो है टीम्स ऑल्सो गो थ्रू the various stages of development on their way to becoming a productive team. In many projects, people who have never worked together, they are also assigned the same project team. So this group of individuals have to develop an effective team to achieve the project successfully. So the first team जो stage है इसमें, which we call it as the forming stage. तो इस stage में क्या होता है? Simply we make a team, the individuals come together on a common platform. Group members, they are generally feel excitement, they have positive expectations and are eager to get started on the project कि मुझे भी फला project में team member लिया गया है. And but initially when we are from different departments, do not know much about each other, we are usually formal towards each other. But on the other side, maybe anxious also, as there is no clear idea of goals or expectations और आपका role क्या होगा उसमें टीम में और how complex the project is. तो उस तरह का भी जो है हमारे माइंड में issues रहते हैं. Besides, we may not be sure that why we are there in the team. So team members are unsure of their own roles and the roles of the other members of the project team. So at this stage, the members are generally open and receptive to the suggestions. But since, as I said, they are not clear about anything, the team needs direction. There is a high dependence on the leader of the team for the guidance and the direction. Little agreement on the team aims and goals, lack of clarity of individual roles and responsibility. This stage is complete when the members begin to see themselves as a part of a group initially. So during this forming stage, the team members are in the process of knowing each other and getting at ease with them. The second stage of team development is known as the storming stage. So as the word also says, storming. So as the goals and the objectives, they are clarified, the team members now see the gap between the reality and their initial expectations. For example, now they find कि task may be more extensive or the task is little more difficult than they had anticipated, or maybe the time frame or maybe the cost constraints may be tighter than you had expected while initially you were there in the team. So as team members now begin to perform their task, they now feel increasing dissatisfaction with the dependence on the direction and the authority of the manager. Now they have more questions about their roles and responsibilities with respect to each other team members कि उसका काम मेरे से easy है या बॉस का फेवरेट है तो उसको less responsibility दिया या उसको easy task दिया हुआ है इसमें. Now this is the start of conflict in the team. Conflict can arise as people tend to bring different ideas now how to accomplish the goals. So इस stage में when people start showing their actual styles, now there is a lot of difference of opinion amongst the members. So they try to probe into each other's areas now. That leads to irritation and frustration. Now at this stage, control becomes the key concern during this stage. If you are a leader of the group, it is critical for the project leader to keep the team focused and provide encouragement. For that, I think communication is more important. Otherwise, tensions will increase in the group. Individuals also have to bend and mold their feelings, their ideas, their attitudes also, their beliefs also to suit the whole team. Compromises may be needed to enable the progress at this stage. And now the third stage is called as the norming stage. In this stage, team members begin to now resolve the conflicts through increased cooperation and trust. Now they settle on the ground rules and the boundaries and establish the various norms that how to go about the work. So this is the stage when people recognize the ways in which they are similar to each other. They realize that why they are in this together. So they tend to get now more social at this stage. Team members begins to use their past experiences to solve their problems. They try to take the initiative now, and this process results in the team establishing procedures for handling the conflicts and decisions, and methods to accomplish the projects. Roles and responsibilities now are clear. They are accepted by each and every member. The team members now identify the helpful behavior to each other, like to be on time in the meetings, be honest to their work, be courteous to each other, also listen to each other, and they try to complete their work in time. And they try to avoid the harmful behavior, means being more critical about the others, or manipulative, or dominating in the group, or engaging in some kind of sub conversation which is going off the tangent. So during this norming stage, now there is a conflict resolution, there is greater involvement of the team members, there is a greater we feeling rather than I feeling in the team. And when that stage comes, the last stage is the performing stage. In this phase, the team has achieved harmony now. They have defined their task, worked out their relationships, and has started producing the results. Members have learned how to work together, manage conflicts, and contribute to the team's purpose. So this is the stage when the team members are, I will say, self-trained. They are more competent, as well as they are able to do their own problem solving. The team is mature now. Members understand fully their roles and responsibility. Their decision making is high. They take their own decisions depending upon the situation. They would be self motivated as well as the self trained. At this stage now, their efforts need to be recognized. Growth has to be encouraged. This is done by giving new challenges to the team. So in combination to this team building process is the टीम डेवलपमेंट मॉडल. जैसा कि हमने देखा कि 4 स्टेजेस में से जब हम निकलते हैं, इनिशियली व्हेन द रोल्स आर नॉट क्लियर, एट दैट टाइम द रोल ऑफ लीडर बिकम्स very important. So a team development model also says, as you can see it on the slide also, that when the team starts working, initially there is less clarity of the goals and objectives, or the roles and the responsibility. The leader's power is more than the group power. When it reaches a matured stage, the final stage, as I said, the group power is the more than the power of a leader. Initially क्या है, team leaders are supposed to play a role of an educator, because at that time the team members are dependent on him for each and every task. Members look to the leader for each and every instruction, every guidance for going for the project. But as the team members become more mature, there is more decentralization of power, and members share their views more openly and fearlessly. At this stage, when a leader becomes a coach, he or she is expected to be more ready to share power with the other members. He or she may now stop the work of the team, give only feedback to point out some problems. So when the team becomes more mature, the leaders plays a role of a facilitator now. There is a shift from the management environment to the leadership environment. In the leadership environment क्या होता है, as opposed to management environment, the manager becomes a now partner or a facilitator with the team to accomplish the work. Now the message is, let us participate wholeheartedly and reach our goal in a better way, rather than only being authoritative and the dominating in the group. Because the team oriented method of I think you will all agree today is different from the traditional hierarchical style of management. The role of the boss or the superior and the subordinate have given an equal adult relationships, because in the technical fields you may see that where the worker often knows more than the leader about the job. So equal adult-adult relationship allows responsibility to be shared, which increases the quality of the projects. So in the nutshell, how a team can work successfully, this the teamwork depends upon the nature of the leadership of the team. किसी भी टीम में जो role of the leader is very important, and no doubt the role of the members are also very important. The leader also has to play his role successfully. The leadership of the team and the shared vision, as I said, and by the leader, it is obvious that the team is as good as its leader, and the leader is as good as the team. So it is a two-way symbiotic process determines the extent to which the team is successful. We cannot have good leaders without good teams, and we cannot have good teams without good leaders. So hence they go in hand, and the ability of the leader to make his or her team believe in the shared vision of the team, that determines the success of the team. So team leader plays an important role in managing his team well. The second most important after the leader is the collaborative nature of the team members also. So often people जो है they mistake collaboration for the competition, whereas the collaboration results in a win-win situation for the team, while the competition results in a win-lose situation, I think, which is detrimental to the overall success of the team. We cannot have teams where members work for the individual goals at the expense of the team goals. सो सक्सेसफुल टीम्स जो है, तभी हमने टीम बिल्डिंग प्रोसेस के बारे में बात की, वेयर ईच एंड एवरी मेंबर ऑफ द टीम पुट्स हिज बेस्ट एफर्ट्स टू एनहांस द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द team. Personal interest must take a back seat, and all of them must deliver their level best to achieve the team objective. The third factor that contributes to the success of the team is the way in which the individual members of the team are empowered to recommend changes and act in the ways that enhances the team performance. So certain amount of autonomy is required so that the member can work independently depending on the situation. So successful teams are those where the individual members can act independently and without taking authorization for each and every small change, and take decisions accordingly. So a good leader and an effective organization would ensure that the people on the ground are empowered enough to act as the representative of the team or the organizations to take decisions as per the demands of the situation. So while working in a team, then what should be the roles of a good team leader? The good team leader should encourage and maintains open communication. As earlier I said, the communication must be effective, crystal clear, and precise so that every team member gets a common picture, so that there are no misunderstandings and confusions, because if there are confusions, misunderstanding, that will lead to conflicts amongst the individual, and unnecessary time will be wasted in resolving those conflicts. So before implementing any new idea, it must be discussed by the leader with each and every member on an open platform. He should lead the team by setting a good example. He should motivate, inspire the team members, helps the team members to focus on the task. Members should be motivated on a regular basis. The team leader must take the responsibility of encouraging the team members to give their level best and should intervene immediately in case of conflicts. So for effective team management, it is very important that the team leader is more of a mentor to his team members rather than just being a strict boss. So understand your team member well, because gone are the days when the people used to fear their bosses. Now the employees share a very healthy relation with their superiors, and comfort level has increased to a large extent. And finally, the recognition and celebrate the team members' contribution. See, appreciation is a must. if any team member has performed extraordinarily, do give them a pat on his back, because performance appraisals or maybe the small incentives, perks, trophies, prizes, they are, I think, all very instrumental in motivating the team members and perform even better the next time. So these are some of the roles which a team leader should play to get the maximum output from his team member. But nevertheless, I think role of the team member is equally important. I will not narrate those on the slide. I will give you a small exercise. Let us see what our teamwork skills at present. So I'll give you, it's a very small exercise. I think there are only 10 statements. Those are 10 skills rather, which are the good teamwork skills. You have to do. See, there is an elements of a teamwork. It is an inventory of teamwork skills. So you just take a pen and paper. There are only 10 statements. You just have to give them the rating. On the vertically, you can have scale 1, 2, 3, and on the horizontally side, you can write it as not so confident, sort of confident, and really confident. On that scale, you have to rate yourself. Where do you stand in the terms of these teamwork skills? So be honest to write that. It should not respond that what should be, rather what at present you are. So rate yourself according to that, and indirectly you will be knowing about those teamwork skills to be a good team member. The first skill, number one, is the reliability. This means that you can be counted on to get the job done. Effective communicator, I have given a small explanation also along with that skill. You can give the rating. Take a pen and paper and we'll discuss. There are 10 statements. The first three statements are there: reliability, effective communicator, and you are an active listener. Means you listen to and respect also different points of view. Others can offer you constructive feedback. You are positive to that, and you do not get upset or defensive if somebody, leader or the other team member, gives you criticism about your activities. So what do you think? You are not so confident, sort of confident, or really confident? Skill 4 is on the participation, that you participate in the decision making or other activities while discussing in the team. You are prepared, get involved in the team activities. You are a regular contributor towards the growth of the project. Then you share openly and willingly. You are willing to share your information, your experience, your expertise, your knowledge with the other members of the team. This is how we learn from each other. This is one of the major benefit of the teamwork. If you share your expertise with others, if you know something, you share with your do you really do it, or you think sort of confident, or sometimes I do it, or you are really confident that you always share your knowledge with others. Your cooperative attitude, that you work with other members of the team to accomplish the job no matter what.
Skill 7, flexible. This means you adapt easily when the team charges direction or you ask to try something new. You have to give rating not so confident, sort of confident, and really confident.
She's committed.
Next skill is committed. This means you are responsible and dedicated. You always give your best effort. Give the rating not so confident, sort of confident, and really confident. Skill 9 is problem solver. This means you focus on solutions. You are good about not going out of your way to find fault in others.
इससे करो
Rating, I repeat, this problem solver. You focus on solutions. You are good about not going out of your way to find fault in others. Skill 10 is respectful. This means you treat other team members with courtesy and consideration all of the time. So getting not so confident, sort of confident, and really confident.
Okay, I'll give you the interpretation of this. If you have mostly not so confident, if that is the case, that in most of the skills I am not very confident, maybe some faculty members may be there, ki out of 10, let us say 6 are not so confident. So, if so, you are still developing your confidence as a team player. It could happen, maybe some of the new recruits sometimes when they enter into the system, to understand the system or to develop relationship with your colleagues, it takes time, as I said, to develop a team. These skills often take some time to develop, so don't worry. It might be helpful to reach out to someone you know and trust to help you focus on developing a plan for working on some of these skills in which you would like to be more confident. So don't be afraid to ask for help, because asking for help also when you need it is another great skill of a productive team player. Even if you do not know something, never hesitate to go to the person who is expert in that area to learn something from your seniors. Did you have mostly sort of confident? If so, I think you are pretty confident in your teamwork skills, but could probably use a little extra support or develop in those few areas where you were not so confident. So here also, you someone close to you or someone you know and trust to work with you on the areas you would like to improve. Most people would be really happy to help you learning the strategies to become a good team member. As I said, takes time, एनर्जी एंड डेडिकेशन. अगर हमें किसी फील्ड में कुछ नहीं आता है, वन शुड ऑलवेज बी अ विलिंग लर्नर. लाइफ में कभी भी लर्निंग खत्म नहीं होनी चाहिए. अगर हम यहाँ पे आपके सेक्शन में 50 लोग बैठे हैं, मुझे नहीं लगता देयर इज अ सिंगल पर्सन हु कैन से आई हैव नथिंग more to learn in my life. We should always be a learner. तो कभी भी किसी एरिया में अगर हमें लगता है, we should take the help of other people to develop that area. If yes, do you have mostly really confident? If so, you are truly confident in your ability to be a good team player. That's great. But figure out an area or two where you would like to continue to see improvement. Or else I will say, share your knowledge. If you are really confident in all the areas, share your knowledge, have that helping attitude towards other team members who are struggling with building their own level of teamwork confidence in that particular skill. So this was the small idea thought we'll share with you, or indirectly we will learn about what are those skills which help us to make a good team player. So finally, coming to, if we, I think by now we are all convinced that teamwork is necessary in our personal as well as professional life. So these are some of the benefits if we work in a team, that the tasks are accomplished at a faster pace when it is done by a team rather than individual, because an individual will definitely take more time to perform if he or she is single-handedly responsible for everything. When employees work together, they start helping each other, responsibilities are shared, and it reduces the workload and the work pressure. And when we are a good team player, we have helping attitude towards each other, there will always be a healthy competition among the team members. Everybody will think of win-win situation, कि मैं भी जीतूं और मेरा साथ का भी जीते. So competition is always good for employees as well as the organization, as every individual will feel motivated to perform better than the other team member, and in a way contributing to his team and the organization. Teamwork improves the relations among the employees, because when individuals work in close coordination with each other, come to know each other better. Teamwork also reduces the chances of unnecessary conflicts among the employees. जब आप एक दूसरे को बहुत अच्छी तरह से जानने लगते हैं, तो जो हमारे को डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन है, दैट इज सॉल्व्ड fast and amicably. जो heated arguments हैं, those are not there, but we come to the consensus very fast, because every individual tries his level best to support his team member. The level of bonding increases as a result of teamwork. Team members gain from each other. Very true. As I said, in the team, there may be some senior people having more years of experience. They have learned more from their life experience. So every individual is different and has some qualities. One can always benefit something or the other from his team members, which would help him or her in the long run. Work never suffers or takes a backseat in a team. In a team, the other team members can perform and manage the work in the absence of any other member who may have some kind of personal or other emergencies. One person gets sick, the work of the team will not suffer. Work will not be affected much when we are working in a team. So these are some of the benefits which if we work in a team. So in the nutshell, I will say the teamwork must be encouraged at the workplace, as it strengthens the bond among the employees and the targets can be met at a faster pace. Workload is shared and individuals feel motivated to perform better than his team members, and you have a healthy atmosphere at the institute. People feel comfortable, work peacefully in such an environment if you have this type of teamwork in your institutions. And this is a very important skill which needs to be inculcated amongst our students. For this, one of the best teaching strategies that you shift to your project-based learning or the group-based learning, where you divide the topic amongst the students and they let them work in the teams and then come prepared for the presentation in the class. And by just changing the strategies, you are inculcating, in addition to this teamwork, another soft skills also in the students, which will be required for them, which will help them in getting better employment also. So at the end, I will say team building in the workplace enables better communication, better relationships, and ultimately increases the productivity and output, and also the healthy work atmospheres. So with these words, I thank you all for your very active participation during this session. So this is what I wanted to say for this session. If